Welcome back to my channel, everyone. I hope you are all doing well. Today I am sharing a really easy and delicious recipe for crockpot bell pepper beef. This recipe is simple yet flavorful and takes minutes to put together, and it's a really great way to get dinner on the table for your family in no time. Here are the ingredients that you need. I'm using just about 2 pounds of stir-fry beef or strip beef, whatever you can get your hands on, 1 can of reduced sodium beef broth. I have some cilantro that I'm going to use at the end, 3 cloves of garlic. I'm using 4 bell peppers. You can also add in an onion if you want. We're going to be using 4 teaspoons of light brown sugar, some ground ginger, black pepper, garlic powder, and some soy sauce. I will have all the ingredients listed below in the description box. So to get started, I am peeling my garlic, and I like to smash it with the side of my knife. And I'm not going to chop these up, I'm actually leaving them whole because I just want the mellow garlic flavor. Next, we're going to chop up our bell peppers. And I didn't go through the entire chopping sequence because I'm sure you guys know how to chop bell peppers, but I chopped 2 red and 2 green, and I just sliced them into long thin strips. You can cut them into bigger pieces, whatever you prefer. One of my favorite parts about this recipe is how easy it is to put together. So I don't know about you, but lately with everything going on in our lives, I have been reaching for simple, easy meals to put together for my family, and this one fits the bill perfectly. So now it's time to combine everything. I start off by adding all of my strips of bell pepper, and I toss my 3 garlic cloves in whole. Next, we're going to add our strips of beef. If you get a whole piece of beef, I would just suggest slicing it up before you add it in. But this recipe, you could use any cut of beef that you want. I think that this stir-fry beef worked really well. It was really tender. You just want to make sure not to overcook it. Next, we're going to add our flavorings. So first off is the 1 can of reduced sodium beef broth. If you can, use the reduced sodium because I find that if you use the regular beef broth, it tends to be a little bit salty. Next, we're going to add 6 tablespoons of reduced sodium soy sauce. You can use regular soy sauce, I just had this one on hand. Now we're going to add our black pepper, and I added just half a teaspoon. Next, we're going to add some garlic powder. I used just half a teaspoon of the garlic powder because I also had the garlic cloves. You can use a little bit more if you prefer. Next, we're going to add our ground ginger, and I just used 1/4 teaspoon. I am not a huge fan of ginger, but I like the flavor that it gives to the sauce. Next, for a little bit of sweetness, we're adding 4 teaspoons of light brown sugar, and then the last step is just to give this a quick mix. It's all going to cook together and combine, so you just want to combine it just a little bit. We're going to cover it up, and we're going to cook this on low for 4 to 5 hours, depending upon the size of your beef strips. After 4 hours, I noticed that my sauce was a little on the thin side, so I'm going to show you how you can thicken up your sauce in your crock pot towards the end of your cooking time. I'm just using cornstarch and some water, and I'm just going to take about 1/3 cup of water and a heaping tablespoon of cornstarch. Mix this with a fork until it is completely combined, and then you just want to add it to your mixture in the crock pot. You can also add this just at the beginning if you know that you like a thicker sauce, but you can also add it with 15 to 30 minutes to go with your cooking time, and it will thicken it up perfectly. I popped the lid back on my crock pot and let this cook on low for another 30 minutes, and then we were ready to serve it up. I like to serve this over white rice, so while I was waiting, I had a pot of white rice waiting and ready to go. And yes, those are Christmas cookies in the background. I filmed this before Christmas, and life has just gotten crazy, so now you guys are seeing it. I just like to spoon the rice on the plate and then scoop the beef and the peppers and a little bit of the sauce over top. I just finish it with a sprinkling of cilantro, and this is a delicious meal for weeknight, weekend, whenever you are in need of an easy dinner to put on the table. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you are new here, I would love for you to hit that red subscribe button so you don't miss any of my future videos. I have lots of fun things planned for 2021, and I will see you guys in the next one.